What's up, everybody? Jum here. So I moved all my truck videos from my main Cerridius channel to this channel because as much as I don't really... I want to post everything on one channel, and I would, but I feel like the truck videos and other videos like Call of Duty were affecting my main channel's views, which I don't mind that these videos don't really get as much views. I just don't want to affect those other videos, which it seems like they are. So I hate second channels, but I moved everything to this channel. So this will be for whatever I want. You know, cars, other games, and just whatever the heck I want. I said on my main channel, if I'm going to post something else, video game wise, it's probably because I quit Destiny. And I'm gonna just main another game until, you know, I'll go back to Destiny. Anyway, that's just a quick little talk about that. But back to the truck stuff. So quick little update. We're gonna do a little bit of cleaning today, like right here. I knew this was there, but we're gonna go ahead and start on some body work, you know, taking all this off and just getting rid of the rust and prepping it. And then we're gonna re-caulk this. I think it was caulked recently because some of this caulk is still not like completely brittle, but just barely a little bit of elasticity. So there's that. That's what I'm gonna do today. Some goodies. I think you guys seen the workbench, but I got the workbench. And, I mean, a new toolbox. I didn't have one. Decent little wood up top. It's a little narrow width-wise, but that's about the only problem. If it was a little wider, it'd be great. But I got some stuff on the walls to save some room. Pretty nice. Some paint for today. And oh, what's that? I picked up a roller block for the truck to slowly build over time because it's just too much to build right now for me. But I picked up this block. It had a spun bearing. And honestly, these cylinder walls, they look pretty good. Like, you can still see a lot of the cross hatches. There's no like ridge in here from the ring. But it had a spun bearing, so I don't know if the cylinder walls will need bored because of their, you know, knocking around in there. But cam bearings are shot, so those will need to be changed, and the other bearings were shot as well. So this is from like a 90s Silverado Vortec engine. I got rid of the heads, and I'm getting new aluminum heads or something like that. Actually had all the timing holes drilled. I know some of them don't have that, so even though they had the plastic timing cover, you can put on a newer or an older regular, you know, timing cover, which I'm gonna do. But this is just down to the bare block. Eventually I'll get it clean and take it to a machine shop and get some work done on it, but for now I don't have a rotating assembly. The rotating assembly is in here. I'll show you guys. Pretty good box. So the pistons are in here, and for the most part I don't think that they're any good. The caps are messed up a little bit, or not on the right ones, but one of these has like gouges in it. I'm not sure which one, but I think they got overheated. There's the crankshaft. Don't know if it can be turned, or if it's even worth turning and just buying, you know, a new one, a new Eagle one or something. But there's that. Quick little update for you guys on that. So that'll be in the future. Alright, so honestly I have no idea what I'm doing with this type of stuff. I've never done like body work before. But this is like a paint stripper and rust kind of disc, so this is what I'm going to use. Hopefully it works. I'm going to put on my cubbies. So it seems like there's like a lot of, I don't know, body filler. It's not Bondo because I mean the panels look fine, but I don't know how I'm going to get inside this drip rail. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to get this old seam sealer out. And because, I don't know, my wire brush right there is having a tough time, wire wheel. So actually I took a chisel, kind of chiseled a hole in it, and then was able to push it down. So now I'm able to get it out a little bit easier. So I'm gonna go back to doing that, and then I'll see you then. So for the most part, the chisel and hammer was able to get out a lot of the caulk, or seam sealer, sorry. So now I'm starting to work on it, cleaning it out with my wire wheel on my angle grinder. Alright, so it's been a while now, but for the most part, I got basically almost all of the old seam sealer out. Man, I don't like step sides, but it's been really useful. That's just all I gotta blow it out, but got mostly all the seam sealer out. What I actually used was this little pen drill, basically, with this tiny little disc that really helped get in there. So basically got all of it out. Probably blow it out now, and I got some gel rust reformer I'm gonna let sit in there for a little bit. So I'm using this stuff, gel rust remover. Not too much of a gel. It's not quite full liquid though. Let me go up top so there's more light. And I don't know how I feel about it. It says just let it scrub it in, and then I've scrubbed it in, wiped it off, scrubbed it in a few times, and it says let it dry. I don't know how long to let it dry for, but I'll go inside, come back out, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll spray the drip well in there with like some rust converter spray paint or self-etching primer, and then the seam sealer, or seam sealer and then self-etching, or I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not, almost fell. I'm not a body expert. I'm just a guy being a dude. So it's the next day. I kind of just let it sit because it was already nighttime and couldn't really wash it off, but I don't know, I guess it did an alright job. It kind of turned the stuff black, which I think it's supposed to do. But I think I'm still going to spray some rust converter spray paint in there before I put the seam sealer in there. So I got the rust converter paint in there. Stuff dries pretty quick. Looking pretty good. I'll spray some primer here in a little bit, self-etching primer, just to cover up the rest of the bare metal, and then should be good to seam seal it. I'm gonna do the 3 lines of paint. This says overspray, but I got the rust converter in there, and I got some self-etching primer just for the bare metal. I'm letting it dry. Once it's done drying, I'll put the seam sealer in it, and then put some regular primer on top, and then some just blue paint. It's not gonna match, but it's just, I also wanted to fix the gutter seam sealer, and eventually I'm gonna repaint this truck one day to unlike in the two-tone white and blue, so the original two-tone white and blue with the trim. Again, like the main goal of this was kind of just to clean up and neutralize the rust, any rust that was there, just to bide my time until I can paint the truck. Apparently my truck is painter's tape blue. I got a nice line taped up. Seam sealer, that way I have a clean line for it, so things dry enough, it's time to go ahead and put it on. So never doing this before. I think I put on way too much at first, and then pulled my tape off too early. I still went back and messed around with it. But I think I can just clean up the edges with sanding somehow, even though I'm probably not supposed to, but she'll be protected. So I definitely didn't take all the seam seal outs and start over. Nope, not me. I wouldn't waste time doing that. Yeah, so I'm like a shitty perfectionist. I want things to be nice, do them myself, but I fail. So starting over, and hopefully it'll come out a lot better this time. I still think it could be better. I actually had it looking nice till I pulled the tape off, and then it like didn't sit. Maybe I left the tape on too long, I don't know. Maybe there's still too much on there, I don't know. So it's been sitting for about 4.5 hours, and it's still like a little squishy. I can feel it squishy. Like, it's not gonna stick to my finger, but it's still squishy. So I'll let it dry overnight, of course. I mean, it's 10 o'clock, I'm not gonna do anything, but I don't know. What I learned is I don't like doing seam sealer. For show, that is. I mean, I'm sure if it's like something hidden, it'd be easy, but it looks alright. I mean, it's better than before. The truck has got the little rust on the roof taken care of, so that's nice because I want to take care of it over winter. Like, I mean, this side doesn't look bad. It actually looks good. Actually, I had it looking nice until I pulled the tape off, and then like the seam sealer from the tape's edge wouldn't set back down because it was like, I don't know, already set in place, so I kind of had to set it back down, but better than before, I guess. Probably gonna I'll repaint this roof a little bit, touch it up. Truck was originally green, kind of nice green. OD green reminds me of Master Chief. But I'm not too worried about it, as long as it's nice, new, and protected, and I'm gonna repaint it eventually in the future. Go two-tone. Two-tone with like the side trim, so that's the plan for that. And yeah, I'll let y'all know. I'll be back in the morning to see how it looks. It's probably gonna take a little bit to cool or fully dry because it's starting to get cold. So I don't know if I'll be able to get to the whole paint body work this year, but we'll see. This is like day 4 on this, and I think I finally got it looking halfway decent. I don't know what I'll do next time. Maybe a lot less. Like, I don't see why it needs so much. I guess you can just really just where the metal meets. What do you call it? Wax and grease remover was my friend, and I was able to kind of, I don't know, work it and get it smooth somewhat after a lot of work on it. It's not too bad. Again, I don't care about the paint because I'm just repainting it in the future, like normal style. And you know, you can tell there's a body line because there's a lot of just body feel, I guess, to make the panel smooth. The only downside is there's little tiny dots in there from leftover. It's good enough, and I'm gonna paint it again in the future. I wasn't too worried about masking off everything, so I'm gonna detail the truck anyway. See if I can get some shine out of this turd. I don't know if I showed you. Let's see if it's still there. This step side actually is kind of nice. I'm starting to like it. But right here, I just did a little test spot. You can't see it anymore. But you see the camera right there? There you go. Little test spot, just a quick little hand McGuire's Ultimate Compound, and she shined right up. So I'm gonna see if I can polish this turd, and that would be the rest of the video. But Mia and I are going fishing tomorrow. We're going down to Jasper, I think, and we're gonna be taking our canoe, make some use of our cannoli, and we're taking our dog. So hopefully we're taking Jaina. So hopefully she does pretty well in the boat. I think she will. She's a good girl. I don't know if she'll attack the pike, but we'll see. But Yeah, I don't like seam sealer. Maybe I could just, I don't know. Next time, do a lot less than just build it. Just get it in there a little bit, nice and smooth. Let it dry, and then maybe another layer on top to let it build up again. I don't know. Again, I'm not a how-to. I'm just showing you guys my experience and, you know, having y'all tag along with me while I work on the truck. So, yeah, that's it for today. All right, so we're back from the little fishing trip. And camera up close, can't really see. Top's looking good. You know, it's spray can, but whatever. But the rest of this, goal of this is to see if we can polish this turret up a little bit. I went and washed it, clay barred it, and it had like a lot of like sap on it, so I got all that off. Now we're going to try and polish it. I'm just going to be using Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. This stuff is pretty good for just basic polishing. I'm not like gonna get crazy into using like 3 different stages and stuff, but I'll put a little square right here, polish it, and then we'll see the difference. Look at that square. That's just a quick little Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. See the reflection like on the garage door? Yeah, we're gonna polish this turret up real nice. But anyway, I'll do the rest of the car, and then I'll show you the end results. You don't need to watch me do the whole car, but you get the point. I'm finally done with this little side project of the roof seam sealer and polishing the paint. It's a huge difference in like the paint has a lot of shine now. I don't feel like pulling it out into the sun, but there's actually like a lot more reflection now, as you can see. And I'll post a before and after picture, and you'll be able to see it quite a bit bigger of a difference. So I got all the stickers off, and she shined up really well. I think it's a single stage paint, but it still got off a lot of the that haze on it. What do we call it? A circle. You can't see it. You have to really note there and really look for it, but yeah, that's no big deal. So little rust spots covered, roof's done, and it's looking good. Next on the list is probably going to be taking out the instrument cluster again, and I'm going to be putting in a different alternator gauge right there. Putting in an actual voltmeter instead of an ammeter, and LED lights. So here's one last look at the seam sealer on the edge. Came out all right. I think I know how I'll do it next time, you know. But that's it for this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.